go. That's good. Right, just look through this. Who's left? Oh, best to last. Best my speech. Good evening, ladies and gents, boys and girls. So there comes a time in everyone's life when they meet their one true love, their soulmate, the person they're going to love for the rest of their life. And that moment came for Ben 25 years ago when he met me. Love you, mate. So, I'm Andy, the best man. The best. I'm very honoured to be here today, standing beside my best friend and his bride, Lucy, his new bride, Lucy, just new wife, Lucy. Just minutes ago, though, Ben asked me to not say anything too rude or embarrassing about him, so just bear with me a sec. No. No, definitely not. No. That's okay. Firstly, thank you to everyone for coming today. I understand some people have travelled some distance to be here. I want to thank Lucy's maid of honour and her bridesmaids and flower girls for their help making today run smoothly. Cheers. Lucy, you look stunning today. It's true to say that you are a beautiful person both inside and out. You and Ben make the perfect couple, and talking of perfect, together you have created your two beautiful children, Lila and Dylan. It's been really nice how Ben and Lucy have grown together as a couple and become the gorgeous family that they are today. So we come to today, the day when Ben and Lucy were able to say their vows, marking the beginning of spending the rest of their lives together. I genuinely couldn't be happier witnessing my amazing friend Ben getting married to the love of his life. I was honoured when Ben asked me to be his best man. We first met in junior school in year 3. However, it was around year 6 when we became closer. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, Ben, but when we were going from year 6 to 7, we were allowed to choose 3 different classmates to go into the same form group. And I asked my parents to put Ben down for my first, second and third choice. So I think it's safe to say I've always valued as my friend. Just a bit. So, from year 7, we walked to school with each other every day, all the years leading up to the day we got our driving licence in 6th form. All I can say, it's been a privilege and a great fun growing up with you. Ben is just one of those guys that gets things, and always does well in everything he puts his mind to, whether that's in academics, sports, or business. He's just one of those people that makes things look easy. Ooh. Yeah, I need that, thanks. One thing we all agree on, though, is that Ben is an intelligent person. However, he has a habit of leaving the room, but not in a physical sense. So, in the middle of a flowing conversation among friends, somebody might turn to Ben for his view, and they'll get a, what? or a comment, huh? But that's probably just him working on his next project to master in first time. I have many fond memories of being with Ben and our fantastic friends. Those guys are there. Many of which are here today. There. Times when you, Greg, and I would play the genuinely terrifying horror game Resident Evil around yours, and it would genuinely scare the living daylight out of us. It really would, wouldn't it? It would, yeah. And I can still hear Ben's screams and Witch's terrified face even now. Poor boy. The times when we'd all meet up around mine on a Friday after school and cram about 15 of us in one room, almost all of us on one sofa. When we'd go round to yours and play games on the pool table in the summer house, which would eventually lead on to some drinking games. And also, all the numerous holidays we've been on together in our big friendship group, both abroad and here in the UK, such as when we all went to Tenerife. Yes. In fact, regarding that, one of these holidays was when we went to Newquay. A part of this holiday involved some surfing in the sea, and Ben, being typical Ben, he only goes and perfects it practically first time, while the rest of us are failing repeatedly. My ribs were bruised, and you were just perfect. Something that many of you might not expect in Ben, being the composed and calm guy that he is that when he's had a few beers, Wow, he's a different guy altogether. For example, I recall when a group of us were around his, maybe a bit of alcohol was involved. And later in the evening, Ben and Andy McGreevy decided to have a wrestle in the garden. Not just any kind of wrestle, oh no. This wrestle involved being topless and covering themselves in oil. Ben was an animal. He really won. He really won. Yeah. If architecture doesn't work, mate, just go into wrestling. Ben, we just said that. We just said that. So I'm not loud enough. Sorry. So on Ben's stag do recently, I decided to get him an outfit that fits him perfectly with a long-standing nickname we've all called him for years. He's affectionately referred to as the Milky Bar Kid. I wonder why. And with those cute beach blonde locks of his. I must say, the outfit was perfect. And in typical Ben fashion, he still managed to make it look good. Anyway, Ben and Lucy. I wish you both a long and happy life together. And I'd say this. Love unconditionally. Never go to sleep on an argument. And enjoy all the small moments. But in terms of advice I can offer you specifically, Ben, there's only one thing to remember. Lucy is always right. So, I'll leave this speech on this final note. Even though I may be taller than you, Ben, I, in fact, look up to you. I admire you for everything you've achieved. I hope you have a long, healthy and happy life together. So, ladies and gents, if you can all please standing and join me now in a final toast to the future happiness of the bride and groom and a marriage filled with love and endless love. Stay there. It's fine, Ben. You stay there. Ben and Lucy. Cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Cheers, cheers. Woo! I can relax now.